everyone. I am so happy you are here. Sharing my thoughts and the way I see the world is like the biggest art project I've ever participated in. It is so scary though, and I often find myself not wanting to talk to the camera and relying on beautiful photos or videos in the absence of my words. But the words are important. The best way to support my channel and art is to simply subscribe. This would mean the world to me. I promise to share what is on my heart and hopefully create a calm and happy space for everyone. It is now spring in South Carolina. I began to see flowers and new leaves in every direction. Even the flooded ditches along the road became beautiful, blanketed in wild flowers and new grass. It was amazing to see the sudden change from winter to spring. In Oregon, it's still raining and even snowing, which is quite unseasonable. I love Oregon spring, but it will be still a few weeks out until they all see it. Nothing brings me more joy than to hear the birds and feel the wind and smell the fragrance of the flowers blooming in the near distance. The wisteria covers much of the trees and is a magical sight. The sounds of lawnmowers and hammering in the distance doesn't bother me. It's the sound of people finally getting their projects started after waiting for several months of winter. I myself will have plenty of work to do as well. Hi everyone. It is very warm today and it feels like what I would call summer, but haven't experienced a true summer here yet, so we'll see how that feels. But I just wanted to take the time to be outside and enjoy the fresh air, the warm weather that we're having, just appreciate what I have. If you haven't taken the time today to take some deep breaths, you should do it now. Alright guys, gotta get back to work. South Carolina is not my home state, and things still feel foreign to me. But over the last 6 months, I'm starting to understand my surroundings better. I'm figuring out how to connect with the nature here and which parts echo within me. Being an intense nature lover, it's hard to move to a new environment when I feel so deeply connected to the Pacific Northwest. The people here are kind, but like all places, some are not. Majority of my interactions have been very positive though, and that makes me so happy. Spring, like fall, is a transitionary season. It is known for being intense and stormy, with very hot days and very cold days and then very stormy days. I think we can all learn from the seasons that we are in and how they mirror what is going on in our own selves. And perhaps it is just an easy way to look out into nature and then ask, what within myself is changing right now? In what ways am I experiencing change in my mind, soul, or body? Regularly checking in with yourself is really important. Each and every one of us is connected to the earth and to each other. I have felt this deeply since I was a young child, and that has never really gone away. Something that I noticed when we first moved here was that my connection to the earth was very dependent on my location. The sudden change made me realize that my soul is very connected to where I was born. Not everyone is like this. In fact, I think a lot of people move away from hometowns because they feel their soul called elsewhere. In my experience, I love to travel, but my home base and where my soul feels the most connected is where I grew up in Oregon. Stomping around in the woods up at my grandparents' house. I still think about this all the time. Being here in South Carolina has been challenging in this way, but also revealing. It's helped me grow as a person, and I can say that I'm not the same as I was 6 months ago. Getting way out of my comfort zone in a brand new place has forced me to evaluate what is important, what is necessary, and what is simply a distraction. I don't know if I will ever share those exact thoughts, but the point is, stretching yourself and growing is not comfortable. Spring is such a good reminder that in times of change, we need to live day to day. We do not expect the weather to be the same every day for the entire spring season. We see vast differences. Rain one day, sun the next. This is so similar to how we can live our lives during seasons of change. We have very good days and very, very awful days. For example, one of my favorite days was last Sunday. I spent filming, editing, and sitting in the sun. It was so nice. But then, later that evening, I started feeling ill. I ended up getting a stomach virus and was very, very sick all night, and in fact, my entire family got sick. We all lost sleep and were just exhausted. It was so difficult. I know a lot of people have been dealing with illness this season, so if you're watching this and you're sick or were sick recently, my thoughts are with you. Better days are ahead. I'm not entirely sure how to end this video today. I guess what I wanted to tell you is that no matter what you face, there is always a new day tomorrow. No matter how hard it is right now, you can try again. You can rely on the seasons, knowing that things will change in time. Thank you for your presence here, and don't forget to take up space with love. Until next time, my friends.